Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. They'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down. Really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. Just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
And then first down, they go right back to him. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Comes up with the catch.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion sets up an important 3rd down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Hand off to the right side. The Buckeyes pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Dropping back. It's Wells. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He's looking to scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect...
And here comes a deep shot. Deep shot caught inside the 15. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Here's the option play. And the quarterback can't even get the pitch off. That play goes nowhere. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Trying to extend the play. And tackled there by the defense.
QB just ran out of options. He decides to take matters into his own hands and takes off on that scramble. I thought he might come close to getting it to the end zone. Comes up just a little bit short.
And the field goal is good. And that will tie the game here. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So no return here. He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. It's a shotgun run call. The gain moves the ball to the 34. Second down after that previous play. Handoff to the back. They bring him down at the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And the pass ball is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes out. This looks like a pretty obvious call against the defense.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. And this time it's complete. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looks pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get them to third down. They get pressure on the quarterback. The quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. They'll tackle him about the 15-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to pass. It's Wells. Catch made on the out route. That'll pick up the first down. He's brought down to the 21. Not much of a gain there, Kirk. The defense playing close attention to the tight end.
Yeah, really good coverage that time. They're aware of exactly where he is on the field. They took him away completely. I gave him a completion, but not many yards.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. It's an option look. Fights through a tackle. Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
First down here for this offense. And they'll use the ground game here. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
A gain makes it second and medium. Quarterback's got it on the option. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
The pocket breaking down. They bring the heat and the blitz works. They've got him.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen, and And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Testing the right side here. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? To the air, it's Wells. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. And here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. They'll kick it away here. Running it back, it's Reinhardt. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And looking to throw now on first down. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Receiver makes the grab. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. Tulane offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? They'll try the option play here. Pitches to the back. Breaking free at the 35. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
On first and 10, looking to throw. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. He's going to bring up second down. Dropping back, it's Wells. Bringing pressure. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a 3rd and long. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. I thought they were going to pick up the 1st down. They're going to be short of it, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it.
4th down and 2 coming up to try to keep the drive going. They're going to run the option. He'll pitch it. Fights through the tackler. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. And they will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. Field goal try, no good. So in the 2nd quarter of play, this game remains tied.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the 1st down attempt here across the middle. Quarterback operating an empty set. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. On the run, he'll let it go. Finds the receiver wide open. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This quarterback on fire today.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Connects on the PAT, so it's 10-3. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the 1st half, backed up near their own end zone. Running out of time in the pocket. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Looking to throw. It's Wells. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. And they finally make the stop, but a huge gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory, down at the 49. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Oh, the pass is picked off.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Time running down, just one play left here in the half. Handoff from the shotgun. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it deep to begin the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Press coverage now from these DBs. Back to throw. It's Wells. Lets it fly to the wideout. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback and throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. They try to run it with the option. He shreds the tackle. Pitch play to the back. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent gain, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. He's got his man in the open field, running right through tacklers. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. And now the first snap in the red zone in this drive. To throw, it's Wells. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area expecting the pass. The ball's in the air. Ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play, and the ball hits the ground for an incompletion.
Quick tackle after the catch, but it's first and goal at the 8.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution of that methodical drive. It's blocked. Still a live ball here.
Boy, just a tough way for this offense to end that drive. They put together a bunch of first downs, moving the ball, and then to put it on the ground.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
And now the running back's got it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Third down, out of the shotgun. Caught quickly. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver, what I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough to give the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
PAT makes it an 8-point game. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Dropping back, it's Wells. Looking for a deep completion. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. On the return, it's Reinhardt. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Back's got it again. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on 4th down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This passing game is on fire. The quarterback cannot be stopped. With a conference championship on the line, he's delivering.
Yeah, he's in sync right now with his wide receivers. But, man, my attention seems to be more on the defense. What in the world are they thinking? We can't just allow this quarterback to sit back there and throw. You've got to be able to put pressure on him, or he's going to continue to throw touchdown after touchdown.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Enough for a 1st down at the 37.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
On 1st down, they'll keep their running game churning. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the 3rd quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Wells. He'll take a deep shot here. And is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. The 30, past the 20. Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
1st down and goal now. Can they punch it in? Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. Coming up, second down and goal. Receiver makes the catch. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown continues. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Using his legs here. Breaking free at the 35. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Back to pass. It's Wells. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
Crucial third down play right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He's going for a big play downfield. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
They'll run the option. QB decides to keep it here. Oh, the ball comes loose. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the defense joins the party with a score. Lining up to try the extra point. The PAT is no good. Wow. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. He'll try a pass here. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Extending the play now. Stopped at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down. No huddle here for the offense.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. To the air, it's Wells. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's only his 2nd catch of this entire game. Boy, this defense has done an amazing job of keeping him in check. Let's face it, this guy's as good as anybody in the country. Big-time playmaking ability, but they've taken him out of the game. I think it's a big read.
Cannot escape, and down he goes.
Man, how impressive have these guys been in this football game? I really expected to see a very different outcome with the hype of this quarterback and the way he's played most of this year. But this defense has held him under 200 yards passing. They've got a nice lead, and they are not sitting back and resting on their laurels. They're applying more pressure, and they come up with a sack here.
4th down, looking to throw for it. The pass rush closing in. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still's got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. There's contact on the throw. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football and vertical shots to boot.
Buckeyes line it up with 1st and goal. Here's the option play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because you can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. Gonna have to go back to the drawing board.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 7.
Here we go.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
And now it's fumbled. What a decision. And the defense has picked up the football going the other way.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the 2nd half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
How about the job by this defense against this receiver? One of the top receivers in the country. They knew he was going to be able to be a big factor in this game, and they have kept him quiet all game long until right now. In the 4th quarter, he comes up with his first catch.
Looking for the wideout. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. Third and short now from the 44. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on third down. They go his way again, and it works out.
The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll try the right here. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. It's the coach's favorite formation, victory formation. Quarterback just takes a knee. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. And with the game in hand, the offense just